crisp bite. You know what I mean? That's all I really like about soda, is the carbonation.
Yeah.
Not
That's why I get
flavor.
this shit too.
Yeah. And I like when I do drink drinks, I like almost like a watered down taste almost sometimes. Like when I was younger, Kool-Aid, 5 cups of sugar. You know what I mean? But as I got older, my taste buds were just like, that's too much. So yeah, I like things kind of.
You got looks like you got the headphone backwards.
Do I?
Yeah, that one right there is upside down.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, wow.
It's a whole different world now, right?
Oh, I can hear.
Shit.
Here you
There
are.
we go.
There it is.
Well, when I first put this on, I had my hat down. I had my hat like this, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. So I pulled. That's why I had this side up. Still couldn't hear it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, man, sugar fucking. There's so much sugar inside of soda, bro. It's crazy. I can't do it.
No, not anymore.
I deliver beer, and a couple stops give me soda every now and then, and I get ginger ale the other day, and it like shook me. You know what I mean? It's rough.
And nothing's made like it used to be with more. I mean, like, I'm almost like, honestly, the regular sugar is just was bad. That's why we started having all these artificial flavors. It's almost like regular sugar is better.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Than all the artificial aspartames and the high fructose corn syrup bullshit.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is 10 times worse for you than sugar.
That's in everything too.
Yeah.
It's in everything.
Yeah.
Your body doesn't even really process it.
No.
No.
Even worse than that is the preservatives. I mean, that's fucking. Oh, can I swear on this show?
You can do whatever the fuck
Are
you
we
want.
Are we live?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Facebook live?
No, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube live.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. How many followers you have?
I don't know.
No?
25, 6. It's not too crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot more people listening.
Yeah.
Because it's on Google, it's on
Facebook
Apple.
Yeah.
What's that other one? Castbox. That's like the host of it because you need to get a feed link. So that's where I went. I went through Castbox. So there's way more people listen to it.
Okay. So people just go on to like these, go on that Castbox and just listen to people's podcasts or whatever.
Yeah.
Just kind of like
you just type it or Google Music.
kind of like
It's like
turn
a
into
radio
the
for podcasts.
turn into the AM station or something.
It's like a little morning show, but it's whatever time I fucking feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable. That's the best part of like driving to work in the morning is listening to the fucking free beer and hot wings.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never really listened to them ever.
No.
I don't know if I never really listened to them, but no, I get it. Yeah, I'm definitely big on like YouTube's like Joe Rogan and stuff.
Joe Rogan's just the
podcasts like that.
The epitome of fucking the top.
Yeah.
He's a man. You listen to all this shit?
A lot of it. I mean, I'm not like one of these guys that I listen to everything, but I mean, yeah, I love YouTube. YouTube is, I've definitely learned a lot on the YouTube of the University of YouTube.
What the fuck is that?
There is an actual University of YouTube, which is I've seen it before, but I'm just using it as a kind of like a euphemism or whatever, like a metaphor. Like I've learned a lot on YouTube. I mean, if I needed to know how to
anything,
these brakes are different than other brakes I've worked on, and I want to know how to take the rotor apart, get the how do I get the bearings out of it. Go on to YouTube, and 9
there's
times out of 10,
guaranteed to be a video.
There's a decent. There's either someone doing it right there in front of me and I can kind of pick apart what they're doing wrong and try to do it different, or there's, someone giving you a good tutorial on.
Some of those tutorials are crazy. There's a lot of talking, not a lot of showing.
Yeah. A lot of help, though.
Yeah,
I've definitely done a lot of my enlightenment journey has come from YouTube.
What do you mean?
Just,
You sit in a space of enlightenment? What do you mean?
Like just how my mind's been kind of changed and how it's been made up over the past couple of years. YouTube has had a lot to do with that. Me being able to, and it's YouTube has changed now because of the censorship. So it's really hard to find like the material that I could find 5 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, or even a year ago. But just listening to people's podcasts just like this, random crap. You know what I mean? Just pulling up and listening to this one or that one. Before it was like big to go to like a Joe Rogan or someone else. It was just anybody
doing shit.
Anybody's opinion. You know what I mean? You could hear it more. I'm sure you probably still can, but I think it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of left fucking censorship going on in social media, real hard.
Yeah, it's taken over. A lot of the social media is being ran by the same people who want that control.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it's necessary that the entity itself, but it's what the entity's made of. All the people, all the college educated, university educated, elites that are just know more than know what's better for you than
It's a good way of putting it.
They're kind of running. They're the ones doing all the programs and algorithms for all that.
It almost seems like there's a legitimate agenda that they have.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna get shown. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna be able to figure out what the fuck is going on. But we got to go through this kind of little wave we got going of bullshit.
People are waking up.
That's every fucking day.
There's so many people who have woken up a long time ago that are just like, this world's going to shit. Like, people aren't waking up, and I'm just waking up. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, damn, And but I see it, dude. There's a lot of people who are, definitely see what's going on out there.
Stuck in those little weird those ruts. They don't want to. I think there's more people that don't want to wake up.
No, yeah.
Ignorance
is bliss.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you got to kind of stick your neck out there sometimes. To either be the crazy, you're either going to be the crazy conspiracy theorist, or you're going to be, if you're not politically correct enough, you're going to be a whole host of isms.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So, and if you're one ism nowadays, you're the whole. Every ism, Like it's the whole mafia that now is. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. How you feel about Trump? You a Trump man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a fucking gung ho hard?
No, I'm not a MAGA Trumper. I'm a CAG Trumper. So like when Trump first ran. Oh man, I fucking hated him.
He seemed like an idiot.
I hated him. I hated everything about him. I believed everything Facebook told me. MSNBC told me.
CNN. They go hard against him.
I believed that. I believed it all, and I hated him. The whole birther thing. I allowed. I guess, I don't know, I had a whole different frame of thought, way of thinking back then.
Yeah.
So, from what I come from, the experiences that I've had, what I've gone through, has always kind of pushed me into a certain category, in a certain box, kind of like everybody, you know what I mean? We all kind of, the way we're brought up kind of definitely influences the way that we think as a teenager, one way or the other. So, I definitely, but how I don't know. I like him. I genuinely think that he is a threat to the swamp. I do. I genuinely think that he's a threat to the career politicians and the bureaucrats.
Yeah.
And those people have been my true enemy my whole life. And
they've been there for your whole fucking life too.
They have.
That's why.
Yeah, and they had control over me for a long time. physically when I was in the system, and then when I came out of the system, they still had my mind.
Yeah.
So it was like I didn't really, when I started to wake up and started to, for me, hypocrisy's always been a huge thing. So when I really just started to like question things, question the hypocrisy, and people started to get mad, or they tried to silence me.
That's how it goes.
That was just
in every little facet of life. As soon as you start to question shit, that's what they do.
Yeah, and I think that was like the wake up call to me when people got like so scared for me to ask questions, or I've always been the type of kid to ask questions.
Yeah,
I've always been the kid that questioned authority, and yeah, when the more like brainwashed. Well, no, the more I wouldn't say, because I didn't realize that I didn't really realize how brainwashed I was at the time. So I don't even really want to say brainwashed. I was more just led in a different direction, and I was thinking a different way. But I, like the way that I thought was basically I was falling in line with the people that I was surrounded with, and because I grew up, in the type of environment that I grew up in, a lot of adversity, a lot of poverty, a lot of drugs and substance abuse.
Yeah,
it kind of put me, I put myself, it put me into a certain box in a certain category, and so that's I listened to the people that were around me, good or bad, because those were the people that were around me. You know what I mean? So, I thought a certain way, and that followed me for years. And, I think I want to say it kind of like as I was starting to come to enlightenment of certain situations and of that, I don't want to say like I don't know what, I think everybody kind of thinks of enlightenment as kind of like, to me, as kind of like a religion. Like you can either be really religious, or you believe a little bit. So I'm not saying like I don't know how you might interpret enlightenment. You might interpret it a totally different way than I do. I mean, how I kind of just woke up, how I took the red pill, and that way of enlightenment.
That really is the way enlightenment should be looked at. Like,
yeah.
If you're putting into like Hinduism, like you think in your mind, you need to meditate every fucking day for you to be enlightened. That's fucking incorrect. You know what I mean? You're going through enlightening moments every fucking day that have nothing to do with religion or spirituality. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know exactly what the fuck you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird though, because a lot of people, they say everybody has their truth, and that's a bunch of, yes, reality is reality.
Yeah.
But there's this weird fucking gray area that, there's some truth to that. There's some truth to everybody has their own truth. I mean, we all are, human beings fundamentally, genetically, are kind of made up the same, but we, not every group is going to interpret something the way another group interprets it. You know what I mean?
Not even every individual.
Exactly. And for the most part, yeah, exactly. Not every group, not every individual. Sometimes we're more individual, sometimes we're more of a group, you know what I mean? And that kind of breaks down into more sections, but yeah, I mean, the way that I grew up is totally different than the way my daughter grew up. So can I expect my daughter to understand exactly what I've gone through? Or, the way I grew up is totally different than the way my wife grew up. I can't expect them to totally understand where I'm coming from. So I understand if they don't understand where I'm coming from, I understand why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody sees everything differently. Every group kind of sees things differently than another group. You know, so every species, you know, goes through something. You know, every race goes through something different than another. You know, but
cultures,
a culture, yeah, a cultural thing. And you know, that's what's great about this country is we are a good combination of different cultures that have been able to coexist and help each other out for this, you know, for us to live this American dream, help each other out. You know what I mean?
It seems like there's a lot less help lately.
I don't know about that. I just
you
think
don't feel like we're divided at all.
We're definitely divided, but the help wise, no, because I think human nature wants people to help, and I think people are always going to help. And even if I might not help you because I don't like you, I'm still going to help that person because I feel some sort of connection to that person. So I'm going to help them because it might be the color of their skin, it might be the kind of shoes that they have on, it might be that their sex, it might be their neighborhood they live in, you know, anything, you know. So I think people, I don't think this world is, this world is really messed up. This is really messed up, but in a way there's still a lot of hope left in humanity. I honestly do.
Yeah.
I think that. I honestly do.
It's just going to take one big thing to unify everybody.
No, I don't think it will.
No.
Everybody always wants this one big thing to happen, or everybody wants to change the world, but they don't. What you need to realize is the best way for you to change the world is giving, you know, doing your best. The best way that I can change the world is by trying to do little things every day that make, you know, that will eventually kind of culminate, you know, kind of stack on top of each other and at the end it will, you know, not even stack on top of each other. It's just every little thing that you can do, like just trying to be as righteous of a man as I can, trying to, you know, if I see somebody that needs help, trying to help somebody out, you know, it might not be a lot, but it's something that I can give, you know, be a good father. Like those are I don't have to
invent some
save
crazy fucking thing.
I don't have to save 1 million people. I don't have to invent. I don't have to be the donate, you know, fundraise, you know, $10 million to donate to something. You know,
you don't got to be Gandhi.
I gave $2 to it.
Yeah,
you know, and it's all those little things, and I think that you know, culturally, you know. Our cultures have kind of, you know, our traditional values have kind of been taken out of culture a little bit. I think it kind of comes and it goes. I still have hope. I ramble a lot, dude.
Dude, that's what it's for.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
That's
right?
what you're supposed to do.
That's exactly what I'm supposed to do.
That's why we're fucking here. Yeah. People gotta hear this shit.
Yeah. No, you're right though. Man, I don't know, man, but I don't know. I still have hope. I do. You got to.
You have to.
Yeah.
What's worth living if you have nothing
in a hopeless world?
Yeah. It's pointless.
No. Why would you even get up and get out of bed in the morning?
You wouldn't.
You know, so you got to have some hope. You know, regardless of what you believe in. You know, you gotta have some hope.
There's a lot of fucking crazy beliefs out there.
There is.
There's people that believe that they were born in a different body.
There's a lot of crazy people.
Yeah.
You know, a belief is only. Oh shit! You know, a belief didn't come about itself. You know, somebody had to fucking believe it first. Yeah. You know what I mean? Somebody had to introduce that idea. And there's a lot of, you know, there's some, you know, some fucked up shit going on in this world, but
the crazy shit, some of the craziest shit that I see is these fucking mass shootings. It's just wild.
It's sad.
Like what? I mean, I've been mad. I wanted to fucking kill people before. Oh, I could never. I don't possess that in me. But to go out of your way to plan out to fucking murder 30 fucking kids in a school, that's outrageous.
Well, that's why you just said, what's the point of getting out of bed? You know, what's the point of living life if you're hopeless?
Yeah.
Those people are literally hopeless. Like, that's the epitome of hopelessness.
That's sad.
When you've literally not just given up on yourself, but you've given up on the world to where you can go out and cause that type of destruction and not, you know, not feel any remorse for it or feel like, you know, I can't even try to fathom how a mind like that would think, but like, that's definitely like the epitome of giving up.
I could never, no matter what happened. We've been living rough lately.
Yeah.
And then fucking just keep living rough. One day it won't be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get your ass up, you put one foot out in front of the other, and you say, you know, you know, you say, yeah, fucking today might not have been a win, but I'm up and I'm on my feet.
Yeah.
I'm not down. And I'm moving forward. Yeah, that hurt. I fell. That hurt. But I'm getting back up though.
Just wipe it off.
Yeah.
Let it go.
I'm getting back up though. You know what I mean? Like, I wish a lot more people, you know, could, you know, understand, you know, how important it is to get back up.
Let's see if she can give me some water. I'm dry as a bitch.
Really?
We decided. We take a little sip of that. Yeah. It's San Pellegrino.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you like it's warm and it's the soda
Just
water?
take a little swaggle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you hear that? That's all I drink it for, man.
Thank you, sir.
That's all I need. I just need that little.
See, this San Pellegrino is good. This orange shit. I like the Clementine. That's my shit. It also does have a lot of fucking sugar in it though. Like 29. That's a lot.
I mean,
but it's juice. It's sugar from juice.
It's concentrate, which really ain't any better for you. But I mean,
I didn't see my phone. Thanks, babe. I love you.
He's thirsty. Hey, can I have some water too, Sandra? Chandra.
Son, her name
is my name.
Is in your name.
It's in my name.
You know,
listen, dude.
Happens all the
my
time.
birthday was in September.
Yeah?
No, it was May. We already went through this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's right. You got me twice.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man. How was your life growing up, man?
We were poor as fuck.
Yeah?
My mom did what she could until she couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
I kind of raised myself.
Did you?
You know, I hung out with a lot of friends. Wasn't home as much as I could have been. Mm-hmm. Played football and shit.
Yeah.
That usually kept me out of trouble.
For Biddeford?
Yeah.
Nice. Back when you guys were Class A?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We still could have been better, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Dude, ice? Did you put ice in his? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He got more.
You put ice in yours.
What's water without ice?
Mm.
Yo, listen. So, I've been thinking about this shit a lot lately. With water and ice. With ice in the water, okay?
That's my cue. It's
now,
crazy.
you can't handle it? and I don't know if I can make
she
it.
just got the way she got up and walked out of here.
She's heard it 45 times, at least. So,
all right, I want to hear
water.
this.
You got a glass of cold water.
Mm-hmm.
You want it colder.
Yeah.
So what you do is take frozen water and put it in the water. Yeah. Now, in order to make that water cold, you have to make the frozen water warm.
Yeah.
And it's fucking with my mind a lot. Like, you have to heat up the frozen matter to make the liquid matter colder.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Well, that's science.
That's science.
That's
some shit I just don't understand.
If somebody in here had that type of, you know, knew the chemical reaction that caused that, they would be able to break it down and it would either make sense or not. But yeah, it's science, dude. Yeah, it's
nuts.
That's a cool one, dude. That's like something I would have thought of when I was like eating a bag of Doritos while I was blazed out of my mind, watching fucking, I don't know, Dave Chappelle or something.
You check out his new special?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I wanted to make shirts back in like 2016 that said bring Dave Chappelle back. Because that was...
He was hiding.
He was hiding because it was, dude, the PC police went after him. And you know what I mean? They went out, they went after him, dude. So he wasn't happy. He had to go in to hide him. And it was either that or become part of the fucking Hollywood mob, dude. And he was like, no, I'm not. It's not me.
No.
You know?
I like that.
He turned down that deal because he knew that they were trying to buy his soul. I mean, like, no one gives you $200 million and doesn't take your soul in return for it.
It's true.
It's just, that's not how it works. Mm-hmm. So
it's too bad, but at the same time, like, because he came back, it was like his jokes seem more powerful.
Yeah,
he's got more fucking to him.
Dude, his timing and the way, he can't tell a bad joke.
No,
you just can't. Because even if he does, it's just him, so it's still a good joke. It's so funny. I don't know. It's like if he fumbles, he's so good at it that he, like, you just can't notice it.
Yeah.
It could be right there in plain sight, and you couldn't see it because he's just so good at what he does.
The only thing that drives me crazy about him is that he lights a cigarette on stage.
Yeah.
And fucking lets the cigarette go out 400 times while he's on stage, just walking around. It drives me fucking crazy. Just put the fucking thing down or smoke it. It makes me want to get up and go smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put this shit on pause.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I'd done, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Kicks my ass.
Okay.
It's life.
Yeah. Chandra, you don't smoke cigarettes, huh? No.
No, I quit when I got pregnant with Lennox.
Yeah.
She quit cold turkey too.
Damn, dude, that's
balls, some strength.
That's what the love of a child would do for you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Yep. That's awesome. Good for you, Dad. He's just. Oh, I can go. So I can step outside. I'm not carrying the baby.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I'm out. But, I'm gonna go. I gotta take a break. Oh, he's screaming. Just step out.
You smoke outside, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't smell cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I don't smoke inside. That shit is nasty. Gets in your paint. Gets in your fucking clothes.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's gross.
It already smells like shit.
Well, the thing about it was, it's funny. I feel I'm such a snowflake when it comes to cigarette smoke now. Gives me migraines, right? But like my whole life, my parents smoked in the house.
Yeah.
I grew up in the car and how. Well, I remember like 2000. No, not even 2000. Like 98, 99. My parents started being like, okay, we need like a designated place to smoke. We're gonna try not to smoke around the kids because my younger sister had asthma.
Yeah.
Didn't give a fuck about the first group of kids. Like,
fuck everybody else.
But the second round of kids, my little sister had asthma, so I remember my parents like making this. Okay, we're gonna smoke in here, and but my mom was like a pack a day, Marlboro Red 100s, and a pot of coffee.
That'll do it. Listen, I could drink fucking 3 pots of coffee in a day and not even flinch. I drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep.
You know what I did? I did something awesome. So I used to like have a real high tolerance to caffeine.
Yeah.
So much that it like would have an adverse effect on me, right? So I would drink coffee and I would immediately get tired after.
Yeah, it happens.
Right? It was fucked up. So I'm like, I remember like one coffee. I pounded one coffee. I was like, ooh. Then it was like I needed 2 coffees, and then it just started making me tired. This happened over like 10 years, and then about a year ago, first I weaned myself completely off caffeine. So I know, and this was back, like actually like probably like 2.5 years ago. I stopped all caffeinated fake beverages,
Jesus.
like the monsters.
How do you get up in the morning?
All the monsters and shit. It was literally a withdrawal.
I'm sure
it was hard but I got it through my system. And then now, I literally, and it honestly, it might even be a placebo, and it's not, because I honestly really, because I drive all day, I'm on the road, so I literally do get some stimulation out of it. I literally started off just sipping my coffee, and like literally to the point where like I'll buy a small coffee and it will last me 2 days, and I'm not like I used to be an extra cream, extra sugar, tall, extra large coffee. Suck that down. So like I used to drink coffee for the for the taste of it. Now I drink black coffee. I get a small, and it will literally last me 2 days because if I feel like I need a little sip, I'll sip off from it and I'll set my cup down. And mind you, I'm not drinking the coffee because I enjoy the taste. I'm drinking it because I want a certain effect out of it.
Yeah.
And like literally now coffee will literally, and I'm telling you, I used to be like 3 monsters and a day, and 2 cups of coffee a day type person. And now I literally just like, if I start to yawn a couple times, I'll take a couple of sips out of it, set it down. A day later, I'll finish it. Yeah.
And it picks you up.
Yeah. Just a little tiny bit. But I had to like wean myself off the caffeine first for a while.
I'll never do it.
So
I don't even want to do it.
yeah.
The thing about caffeine is it's a nootropic, so it does help your mind.
Yeah.
But we overdo it.
But it makes you so tired though. We way overdo it.
Yeah. We just overdo it.
The
like
Western
they do a shot of espresso over in Italy. You know what I mean? Boom, that's it. Boom, you're good to fucking go.
Yeah.
That's literally all you need.
That's it.
But
we're like 2 shots of espresso in our large extra.
Yeah, that's how I get down. Yeah.
And if there wasn't so much goddamn cream in it, you wouldn't need a fucking shot of espresso.
Yeah. See,
they know how to market shit.
I love the taste of coffee. I can drink black coffee with cream, no sugar. I just love coffee.
Okay,
But I don't think I could let it go. I don't drink it for the caffeine unless I get a withdrawal headache. Then I'm like, fuck.
Well,
this
you
shit.
do drink it for the caffeine. You just you just like enjoy the taste of it too. Like so.
Yeah.
I think I remember like watching like reading something about how Dunkin' Donuts is really in like the dairy business. They sell more dairy than they do coffee.
Really?
Yeah, because they sell all the cream that they put. They sell more cream, and they sell a lot of sugar, but they sell more cream in their coffee than coffee.
And it's their cream.
I mean, look at a large coffee. I remember when I started drinking my coffee black, I'd go to Dunkin' Donuts and be like, light cream, and it was still the color of this fucking table. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then I would have to like be like, okay, give me a black coffee, and I'd go put the creams in myself.
Yeah.
You have to, because I'd be like, half of one creamer, and it was still like the color of like the plywood. You know what I mean? It was like, this is freaking milk. So I literally had to just buy black coffee and get a couple of those little creamers and put a little bit in there.
Yeah. I think my issue is I don't like hot coffee.
You don't like hot coffee?
I don't like hot coffee. I like unless it's in a shot of espresso, just like made from a fucking espresso machine. But hot coffee, it doesn't do it. So I've been drinking cold brew for fucking years. I just make it myself.
Yeah.
And it's so much better because the fats don't get burnt off. You know what I mean? Because it works better. I feel like it just works. Yeah. It does its job. I don't need as much to like wake up.
Yeah.
Because I obviously overdo it.
It just sucked needing something to wake up.
Yeah.
That sucked.
See, I don't need it to wake up. I think because I get up and then I shit and I bebop around the fucking house. I walk in like 25 circles just to find the things that were in my face the whole time. Yeah. And I don't need it to wake up, but it definitely helps once I get going.
You know what the hardest part of the day is for me? Waking up. It's the hardest part of the day.
It's hard for me on the weekends. During the week, I just fucking wake up. I'm usually a minute or two before my alarm goes off. I'm awake. Yeah. I don't want to get out of bed, but I'm awake.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's a good trait to have.
It's fucking.
Don't ever lose that.
I'm gonna lose it eventually.
No.
As time goes on, I'm gonna fuck. I just recently passed my hazmat to deliver oil.
Cool.
And I'm gonna be waking up at fucking 4:00 in the morning because I'm already chubby right now. I feel chubby, and if I let the winter come in while I'm sitting on my ass, driving, just delivering oil it takes 5 minutes to put the fucking oil in the house. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get huge.
Think so? Well, what are you doing now?
Huge. Bag.
I'm delivering beer.
Oh, so you're getting in and out of the truck?
Yeah, kegs. And it keeps me at like a solid level
because you get some movement. That's why I had to haul cars. I couldn't do dry van or reefer, like dropping hooks. Like I couldn't just like do like haul trailers here and there. I had to like do something. Like when I first got my CDL, I was hauling steel on a flatbed.
Oh shit!
So I was, you know, picking some pieces up. I was, you know, strapping and unstrapping stuff and tarping and untarping. But yeah, I had already made that decision when I got my Class A CDL because, man, I when I worked at Hannah for distribution center for like 7 years, and I would when I was in shipping and receiving, man, I'd see some of the truckers that came in there, and I was like,
they're huge.
Oh God, dude,
out of shape,
morbidly
eating shit food all day.
Like I'm like, how the fuck did these guys get a medical card to drive a truck?
Your neck can only be so big, right?
Yeah. Like I don't trust. I wouldn't. Nah.
Fucking have a diabetic stroke on the fucking road.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
I feel like every Class A driver should get up and get out of the truck all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta get up.
Get out and stretch. And move around.
Stretch. Get a free gym memberships to fucking Planet Fitnesses everywhere.
Yeah. But dude, that's the thing though about trucking, man. You
tired.
You think like, oh yeah, you know, I'll have time to do this and that.
No.
Point A to point B, dude. You make your money when the wheels are rolling. You don't make money when you're sitting. So you maximize every hour of the day that you have that you can drive or be on the clock, which is 14 hours of on the clock and 11 hours of driving. So, 14 hours goes by, and when you're off the clock, yeah, you have 10 hours that you have to be off, but, once you check into if you're sleeping in your truck, once you, kind of get settled in and eat and, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I would get out, dude. I would, if I was sleeping in a sleeper, I would definitely get out and do push-ups and sit-ups and this, that, and the other. But a lot of truckers, dude, will like literally pull up with their gallons of piss and just dump them out in the truck parking lot. You know what I mean? Like you can't even walk through that motherfucker without feeling like gross. you're in a sewer. It's terrible.
That's why they call the girls there lot lizards.
Oh yeah. I tell Jess all the time, like, yeah, man, I had to spend $100 on a lot lizard. Nah, just kidding. Nah,
Oof.
Like that. I had one knock on my door once. I was like, I looked over, and she's like, I'm like, get the fuck away from my door. Like, go. Don't even touch my window. Like, get the fuck away from my window.
Gross.
Like, this was where was I? I was in Philly. And I was downtown to get a steak and cheese. And,
oh my God, you had to say.
Oh man, the Philly steak and cheeses.
Is it good?
Oh God.
I've been to Philly, but I've never had a cheese steak.
Oh man, so good. Gino's. And I was just parked on like downtown, and it was like I shouldn't even have been down there with my truck and trailer. And like some chick just walks up to my window like knocking on, hey, and I just knew right away. I'm like, don't like move, get the fuck out of here. She's like, huh? I'm like, get the fuck out of here, don't touch my fucking window, back up. You don't have to be so rude. Like, fuck you, kick rocks.
No, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Ugh.
I never get time for that.
Touch my fucking window, I gotta go spray it with fucking bleach. Like, fuck away. I thought it actually was like last night. I was like, you know what? I gotta like stop being such a germaphobe and just kind of, accept the fact that I'm a fucking trucker and I have to shit in truck stop bathrooms and,
it's rough.
Not hold my shit till I get to my hotel room at night because it's, I'm like,
I'll hold that
I gotta shit.
No way.
Dude, I was the same way.
No fucking way. Listen, I get completely butt naked to shit.
Me too! Dude, me too. Yes. That must be, dude. Me too.
It's the only way to shit.
I cannot get comfortable. I feel I gotta like
socks, everything. Off, everything.
I may leave my socks on if the floor is cold. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes I'm like, the socks have to come off too.
In a bathroom like that, if I'm forced to, like the other day, I was forced to.
Yeah.
I put the shoes back on.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'd rather be naked.
You put your feet over the shoes sometimes.
No.
If you can't touch your shoes.
No.
Dude. It's like you have like everything has to come off. Like,
yeah.
It's just. It's so comfortable,
man. Has Jess ever walked in?
Dude, if Jess was here right now, she'd be dying laughing because Jess and my daughter, everybody in the house knows when I take a shit, I'm naked.
Okay, so I'm sure Jess would agree. The absolute funniest fucking thing in the whole world is opening. Everything's fine. Is opening the bathroom door and he's butt naked. The first time it happened, I was like,
what the?
Shut the door and was like, what the fuck was he butt-ass naked?
Then it's the worst when you got a bunch of clothes on because you're going, you got shit to go do with people.
And now you have to take all your clothes off and you got to put them back on.
Hang it up so it doesn't get all fucked up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't care
funny.
though.
Yeah, no. That's why I can't. Well, I mean, obviously, if I'm in a public restroom, I'm fully clothed. But like, you know, and I'll hold my shit. You fully naked in a public?
Yeah, because I won't shit. I'll hold that shit till the cows come home. But if it won't
shirt everything in public,
I'll hang it up. They got hooks on there.
Yeah, but he won't do it.
They got the hooks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I thought we were talking about being home.
I'm talking anywhere in the middle of the woods. Butt naked.
Oh, shit.
I hate shitting outside.
Oh,
it's the worst.
Yeah. So that's a hassle, man.
You gotta hang your bare ass over some dead log.
Yeah. So the story started that he won't do that in public unless he absolutely has to.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a hassle.
And then he comes home pissed from work that day. He comes home, I had to shit in public today.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable.
So you would have a rough time being like regional or over the road, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'll be all right. I'll shit butt naked in my cab in a bucket. I'll get a Popeye's chicken container and I'm not one for littering, but I'll chuck that bitch out the window somewhere.
I've seen truckers literally with a bag of shit like right out the window. Like when you see the neighbors walking the dog and they just having a conversation with you with a bag of shit in their hand, like they don't have a warm bag of shit in their hand, you know. I've seen people fucking right out the window. I'm like, did that motherfucker really just throw? Like, I seen a dude on, this was when I was working at Hannaford. I was leaving Hannaford. I seen a trucker literally throw his diaper out the window and then run it over. And it was like, fucking shit. I was like, I swerved around. The fuck, dude?
A whole diaper?
He was just like, threw the diaper out the window and then ran it over with the last wheels on the trailer. Yeah, dude, it was nasty, man. I was like, wow. That's when I realized shit was real, dude. With truck, there's some
pun intended.
There's a lot of a lot of truckers that give the industry a bad name. You know, not all of them. I mean, I would say the majority of truckers are just like, you know, everyday, you know, people. But there's some motherfuckers out there that are just savage with it. People who just straight up live on the road, like, and that's not like a bad thing, but some people are just like, just antisocial, just kind of strange individuals that like literally live in their truck and don't have a home. They live in their truck in their sleeper.
Well,
which I mean,
they got a lot of money though.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on if. No, they don't have a lot of money. No. If you're working for somebody,
no.
I mean, you're saving on rent, yeah. So if you're really like snowballing your money, yeah. I mean, after 10 years of doing that, you'll have some money saved up, but you're not just balling because you're not paying $800, $1,200 a month for a house or rent. But yeah, man, it's cool though. I love it. I like what I do.
What do you do?
I deliver cars.
I've checked it out on Facebook. I mean, Instagram a little bit.
Yeah. Gipson is it's a auto transport company. Not only do we have a carrier side, which would be my truck and my trailer, but we're also licensed and bonded brokers. So we broker out cars. We help facilitate moves between the customer and the shipper or the carrier, get the cars moved, do the logistics behind it. Jess was more of that. My dispatcher, I'm trying to get him on board with it because he's dispatching me work, basically setting up my routes and keeping everything on, sending out,
it's just you driving?
Just me driving, just me in one truck. I mean,
that truck you got out there?
The truck I have out there, yeah.
That hauls
That
as a Class A?
Yeah, Class
The
A.
videos
Fucking kidding me?
The videos I've shown you come from that truck.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. 5 cars, yeah.
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 Get paid a pretty penny per car.
I mean,
depending on
yeah,
the
you
customer.
get paid.
And
Well, I mean, it depends on where you're at, what the rates are.
yeah.
Because the rates are different everywhere. It's kind of like regional areas. You know what I mean? Freight pays good here, but it's terrible here. It all kind of depends on like what the supply is and what the demand is. I mean, like how many carriers are in that area and what the supply is in that area.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of carriers and a little bit of work, then it's going to be cheap as fuck because everybody's fighting for it. If there's a little bit or even a lot of work in one area, but there's not a lot of carriers, and the rates are going to pay better because, there's not as much, competition.
Yeah.
Fighting over, to take your rate, to move your product for whatever you're demanding, for it to be moved for. So
how long you had this company?
So September was a year. It was our year. Yep, September. The first week of September was our anniversary. Yeah, 1 year anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's a good job. I mean, basically what I've done is I own my own job.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner.
You like it better that way?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
You don't have to answer to nobody but yourself.
I have to answer to a lot of people. I have to answer to
your customers.
I have to answer
Your
to
wife.
20 people a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to answer to the federal government more now than I had to. But I just don't have a boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am the boss. That's the difference. I mean, I still answer. I still have my customers, and I still have to I have. There's some companies that I haul for that are my customer that I have contracts with that are fucking assholes, and they're demanding, and they're the ball's normally in their court, but so they can be just as just as much of an asshole as any boss I ever worked for. But
Yeah, I can imagine.
I can tell them to go fuck off.
Yeah.
And be on my way, and so if I wanted to. Try to be diplomatic. My wife's far more than I am. I let her do all the talking to, for, if I have an issue, I try to let her handle that because she's more tempered than I am. She thinks before she talks more. You know what I mean? Like when I get going, I'm,
loose cannon.
I mean, not necessarily a loose cannon, but. I'm not
Some
as.
Shit just don't need to be.
You don't let.
I'm not as controlled as she is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let people fucking slide with shit.
No, I try not to let people walk all over me.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, and some people are more better at it than I am. I take more of the muscle route sometimes.
You hear this fucking thing making noises? Don't make noises.
Don't touch another shit.
I don't touch nothing else. I won't tell nobody else. Huh?
Just to focus on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen. One time I had a podcast on here. It was going fucking like 2.5 hours, something like that. The fucking computer rebooted.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, pissed me right off. Lost the whole thing.
Oh, everything. Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. It was good.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's so good he won't tell the details about.
Yeah.
it
No.
on the
Because
podcast.
I'm hoping that she
person's
comes
coming
back
back.
on.
Cool.
That person's coming back soon.
Soon?
I think.
What that was? It was like the 10th or it was supposed to be a 10th or 11th one. So I'm thinking that was around like May-ish, maybe April, May.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when
Cool.
that's gonna be good. That was fucking interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it next time.
We'll tell you about it later.
Yeah.
when
When the cameras aren't on, so they don't fucking.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What got you into this? Into the fucking transporting vehicles?
I kind of fell into it. I'd go. My siblings all live in Texas, and I'd go to. Normally I go to Texas at least once a year, and every time I went out there, I would always see these guys like with pickup trucks and trailers, hauling stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck are these guys doing? And so I just started Googling and going on forums and figuring out what they were doing and how they were doing it. And, and just did my research and kind of was interested in it. And kind of, I don't know. I think when the idea of it when it was first introduced to me, I kind of was like, oh, there's something about this that I like. So I just started researching the shit out of it, all the ins and outs of it, every aspect of it, from
licensing,
and permitting to what kind of vehicle you need to, where you're going to source your work from to this, that, and the other. So.
I am leaving the room.
Oh, are you? I could.
Is that why you stood up?
Yeah.
I thought you were just gonna stand there the whole time, like next 10 minutes.
Awkwardly, just standing there. looking you dead in your eyes.
Yeah. I guess I gotta go.
Yeah, no, that's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
You get any like high profile type shit?
No.
You're driving around like high profile cars.
Oh,
yeah,
cars.
Nice fucking exotics or muscles.
I mean, probably like I'm more of like a dealer to dealer transfer type guy, and the not transfer, dealer to dealer auction. And if you're doing like dealer to dealer transfer, sometimes you'll get like a really nice brand new car, nicer car. When you're doing like the dealer to dealer auctions, you're getting the trade-ins. So I mean, yeah, I've had the 2018. It wasn't a Hellcat; it was a Scat Pack, but basically a Hellcat on my trailer. I've had a Mercedes GT. That was fun. Thing was pretty quick. I think that was a twin turbo V8.
Sure.
I've had. I've had a few Porsches on there. I've had some cool cars on there, but a car's a car to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, I'm not like one of those guys that are, that just, that do this because I love cars. I'm the car's a car, and the reason why I say that is because I look at a car as, basically on what they're paying for me to ship it, not what it is.
Yeah.
And the majority of the time, if it's just your 2011 Hyundai Elantra, it's paying twice as much per mile than the brand new 2000 or 2020 Porsche Cayenne.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
People with money are cheap. Yeah. They're cheap.
That's how they got all the money.
They want favors. They super shop around.
Yeah.
If the average Joe, when they buy a car, they'll call maybe they might not even call two brokers to ship though. They might just call one person or one broker and just, that's what the price is.
Yeah.
They might call two, maybe three. People with money, they'll call 10 different, 20 different brokers and put it on the cheapest truck they can find. It's like that. Yeah.
That's not the good way to go.
No, I mean, it's you're dealing with shady people that will
absolutely.
take. You gotta deal with the guy that, the guy who's licensed, bonded, and insured properly, and licensed properly, and follows his logs, and he's not out there. He's got more expenses, and he has less time to make as much money as the guys who are out there basically. Skating around the rules and outlawing it. You know what I mean? Those guys, they're not properly insured. They're not running clocks, so they can pick a car up in Florida and have it in Maine, in 2 days. You know what I mean? As the someone like me, it's going to take me 3, and if I have stops and drops on the way, it's going to take me a week. Those guys can just outlaw the shit out of it, so they'll take work for cheap. A guy who is limited to his hours, and we need better paying freight. You know what I mean, to keep the doors open. So,
Understandable.
Yeah.
How far do you go? You go all the way down to Florida?
No, I do. My primary lane is basically as far as Bangor, pretty much in that area. More western towards 95, 295, upwards into Bangor to pretty much like Richmond. closer to 95, and, I'll hit Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, parts of New York. I mean, that's a lot of picks and drops in that area from Maine, and then some going, down to Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, in that area. Then some pickups. Some maybe when I get down there and drop off, when I get to my last, my furthest drop, I'm trying to pick up in that area to come as far north as I can. Sometimes I have to short hop it to maybe, from, Delaware to New Jersey, and then load back up in New Jersey to get back to Maine. So it's kind of like musical cars. You kind of want to keep, if something's coming off, you want to have something coming back on because you want to stay fully loaded to get the maximum dollar per mile.
Absolutely. So are you unloading and loading the vehicles onto the trailer?
I mean, I have at least 3 short hops every week. I have at least 2 short hops every week. Some of them are just, Maine to Virginia. I try to get everything on there if I can from Maine to Virginia because it tends to pay more and it's a higher paying lane. So if I can get Maine to Virginia, Maine to Maryland, Maine to Delaware, I will. But sometimes it's worth it to take that car to New Jersey because then there's another one that's, that car is paying $5 and then that car's paying, $4.50. And then from New Jersey down to Virginia is paying like another $3.60. So, you're looking at $800 or, $810 or whatever for that one slot instead of a car going from Maine to Virginia for $600. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of play with it, and it's not, you have to have somebody who's really good at that to do it. If and you can't do it. And a lot of truckers do it themselves, but it's worth, in my opinion, paying for somebody to do that for you because I'm driving. I don't have time to be trying to book loads and search for loads while I'm trying to drive and keep everyone on the road safe and keep my freight in one piece and my truck from being damaged.
Takes teamwork.
Yeah, it takes teamwork. You gotta find the best. You know what I mean? I have, in my opinion, I have an excellent dispatcher, and I have an excellent accounting and logistics. That's my wife. My dispatcher's name is Mike. And I hire them to do the best that they do, and I do the best that I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it works as a team. So. So it's good to have. Yeah, you're right. It's good to have good people on your team.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So yeah, but it's good. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of cheap people out there with money, man. I've had a brand new Porsche Cayenne, $160,000 SUV, a 2020, paying 60 cents a mile, and I had a there's auctions out there called IAA, International Insurance Auto Auction, Coparts, which are like these guys will get like the cars that have been totaled out and bought back by insurance, and then our insurance bought the car back and then auctioned it off. They'll take them to these places to auction them off. And, I move a lot of cars out of there for like body shops, parts places, people who fix them up and make them look pretty. And like you could never even tell and know how to do like some magic voodoo with the titles that, in certain states that'll take off, and any of, that would basically wipe the vehicle history clean and leave like one little asterisk in this one little area that if you didn't know that meant that this was a refurbished title, then you had no clue. It's a shady business, but I'll move cars for them, and they're paying $1.60 a mile.
No shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like the majority of the time you have like a high price vehicle on there, it's paying shit, and it's just not worth it because you get 5 of those on your trailer, you're at over $1 million if you get into a car accident and damage.
Right? God.
It's just there's too much liability. You scrape a bumper on that's $3,600 to fix. You scrape a bumper on a Hyundai Elantra, it's $300, $280 to fix. So I kind of have a niche. I have a lane. Yeah. I don't try to compete with the 9 cars. Those guys are in a total different you know, a total different, you know, we're both in water, but they're in the ocean. I'm in a fucking swimming pool. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to swim with them. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do what they do. I just do what I do.
You never want to?
No.
No.
I mean, well, who knows where Gipson transportation will go? I honestly I'm gonna start spending more time with the broker part of it, because there's just, you know, it's just, there's a lot of expenses in trucking, a lot of expenses.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So there's money to be made, but there are a lot of expenses. So it's like, you know, being a broker, licensed and bonded broker, I mean, your expenses, your cable, I mean, your internet, your phone, you know, your computer, your desk.
Right off.
So that's your expenses, you know, when you're a carrier, you know, you got truck insurance. My truck to insure a month, $1,600 a month. Truck payment, $11.80. Trailer payment, I got another $800 in trailer payments for my 2 trailers. You know, Central Dispatch, which is a place that I source work for, my dispatcher sources work from. Plus, we post work on there for other truckers to pick up, to contract out to them. You know, that costs me money every month. You know, nickel and dime everywhere. Is my, you know, to run my website's $360 a month. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's just, there's so many expenses. But you know, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Are you talking broker and like getting into brokering vehicles, selling just vehicles?
Not selling the vehicles, moving the vehicles.
What about, you ever think about selling them vehicles?
I you know, there a lot of people start off doing this and get into all types of different parts of the car industry. You know, it's kind of like being in the medical field. You can do 100 different types of things. You know, you know, in the transportation of cars, you could part out cars. You could sell only. You know, you could, you know, just basically wholesale cars. You could be a legitimate freaking car dealer. You know, you can tow cars. You can hold cars. You can ship cars overseas. You can, you know,
I'd like to try towing.
Towing, yeah.
Yeah, it seems fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It seems like it could be a bitch, too. But
you got to love it. You got to love driving a truck in order to drive a truck.
Yeah.
Truck is not a job, it's a lifestyle, trucking. It really is. And if you do it for a job, I mean, you're not going to do it long. You have to love being on the road. You have to love being behind that wheel, the freedom of it, in order to last at it. You know what I mean?
That's not good.
No, you got it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Fucking it. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I don't mind it.
Then it's a job.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, I mean, hey, look, plenty of people can you know, last at places for a long time doing jobs that they don't love to do.
I mean, I haven't gotten to deliver oil yet. I'm still waiting right now. I don't like delivering shit. So I think I would like long hauling or just even short little hauls. I have aspirations to get my Class A.
Do you?
Try to fucking haul somewhat.
Yeah.
I had a friend that works for the post office.
Yeah.
And he only works 6 hours a day or so.
6 hours a day?
Yeah. And he just picks up a trailer in Scarborough and goes to Manchester, New Hampshire, turns around, comes back.
Yeah.
Quick. He wakes up at 1 or so.
Does he make like $200 a day, $250 a day?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Clears probably over $1,000 a week.
Probably like 40-50 cents a mile or something like that. He probably does a few hundred miles. Good for him.
That's
ideal. That's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I didn't own my own transportation company, I would do, you know, I would probably try to do more of a regional or, you know, state, you know, next state over type thing.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be doing long haul over the road by any means. Being gone for 2 or 3 months at a time or 2 or 3 weeks at a time. Screw that.
Even a couple days is kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
After about 3-4 days, it's a little much.
Yeah. The first year I did this, I spent a lot of weeks gone, like be gone for 5 days, 6 days. But now, because I I'm a lot more conscious of my clocks now. I'm 100% conscious of my clock, and
I'm sure the wife helps.
Huh?
I'm sure the wife helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the federal government helps too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, they're definitely gonna not help you. You're gonna need help if you don't follow the laws. And there's a lot of regulations. But since I base it like I'll leave Tuesday, I'll be home Thursday night.
It's not bad.
Leave Tuesday before 10, be home Thursday night. Sometimes at like 7, sometimes at like 11, 12.
Sleep in the truck?
Nah, I will if sometimes I do, but I like to sleep in a hotel room. It's just too there's not enough, I have a bed back there, and I have a comfortable bed and a comfortable pillow and a comfortable blanket if I have to. If I'm like, dude, I've been on this road for 14 hours, I don't even have the energy to, because it takes a lot out of you to drive these long hauls. And then, I'll if I can find a safe place. But, you can't carry a firearm with you, and there's a lot of sketchy ass places that, you can find yourself in. And it's not, and I have a pickup truck, basically.
Yeah.
You know what
just an
is what I have.
Truck,
just a huge pickup truck. So it's not like the safe, secure, and as much of a peace of mind as being in an 18-wheeler that's up high and the windows are up high and you can hear somebody climb up on it. Somebody could literally just walk over to my window and boom, my head's right there. So I don't really feel safe doing it. So if I have to, I will. But sleep in a hotel. I can brush my teeth and take a shower in the morning and not have to brush my teeth outside of my truck, because there's no fucking way I'm brushing my teeth in a truck stop bathroom while dudes are shitting. Like, no way.
No.
I see dudes all the time and they're showering and shit. Like, people what the fuck? I don't even want to touch anything when I'm in there. Like, the sink water fucking is gross.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to get the paper towels out, like I don't touch nothing in those motherfuckers.
I've been to a couple truck stops. I drove to Alabama and back a few times.
Nice.
And those truck stops in like Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, right in that area.
God, dude.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
That edge, dude. The Pittsburgh into West Virginia, down in the fucking Kentucky, Tennessee. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I went there once and I'll never go back again. That was my first week. I drove down through there, through West Virginia, into Kentucky, into Tennessee, and told my dispatcher, "Listen, dude, never again." And I'm not even kidding. Like, do not. And he asked, for a couple of months he would ask, "Hey, well, this couple good cars, good load going that way, paying good." Nope. No,
it's that bad.
Oh man, it's different out there, and that's funny too. Like about how a lot of people interpret shit differently.
Yeah.
When you get out into that back country and those back mountains, it's a different world out there.
It is a different world.
It's not like up north Maine where we live with a bunch of fucking liberals, dude. Those motherfuckers out there are like, their grandfathers fought in the Civil War for the Confederates, and they're proud of it.
Yeah.
Like they're like straight up like would die for that fucking flag. You know what I mean? So I try to stay the fuck out of those places, dude, because I'm not comfortable there. I'm comfortable around I'm it's funny because I'm from Denver, Colorado, the west side of Denver. It was pretty rough growing up. I'm more comfortable in the urban situation. Like when I remember I was in where the fuck was I? In Lynchburg, fucking Virginia. At all places, Lynchburg. And I pulled up to that.
Not the best place for a nigga to be.
Dude, no. I pulled up to that Walmart, dude. I seen a black lady. I was like, I've never been so happy to see a black person in my whole life. I was just like, oh my God, there are black people in this town. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was
rough.
It's fucking tough. I don't know.
West Virginia's real white. A lot of white.
It's just and it's weird because I've been to, but then again I've been back to Lynchburg and I've met some fucking awesome, just cool people.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just me being, I don't know.
Probably.
And I've been out to Pennsylvania and to Western Virginia, again, not into Kentucky, Tennessee, none of that. But like I've been into West Virginia and been like, damn, this fucking place is cool. You know what I mean? So. It's kind of strange. I mean, there's different energies that come from different places. And you can just tell a bad place when you go through it. You could be in the hood in the ghetto and you get an energy and you're just like, I should get through here and get the fuck out of here because I can just feel that it's not a place where I belong. I could be a fucking all Hispanic, could be an all Asian, could be all black, could be all white place. There's just different types of energy in different places. Yeah. You just can feel. It's just there.
I've never been anywhere where there's it's like an Asian culture in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I have, yeah. Been to parts of Philly where it's like Chinatown. I mean, I've never had any trouble or nothing in any places. But yeah, I've been to some places where it's just, you're not going to see a white person here.
No one's ever tried to fucking come up and get you? Rob you? Nothing?
No, knock on wood. No. But I mean, like, I just mind my business.
Yeah. Makes a big difference.
Mind my business. I don't stare at people and I don't look like a fish out of water. I have something I'm doing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Doing what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, it's a sketchy business. Cars are way more sketchy of a merchant, a product to move than anything else. I mean, when you're dealing with like dry vans and reefers and box trucks, you're going to like legitimate businesses, for the most part. You're going to distribution centers, chains, big fucking places, and nobody has their shit together, but it's more of a legit, like, there's authority and there's a chain and like there's certain rules and regulations that they follow. When you're hauling cars, dude, you're picking up some car that some fucking guy that doesn't even speak English is gonna part out and fucking ship overseas, and you show up to like some of the most ghetto, like I'm talking about fucking ghetto, like in the middle of the city places where
Detroit type places.
You just get in and get out. You know what I mean? You don't hang out and you just get your work done and you get the fuck out. But where you're just like they're paying you cash and you're just like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, kind of keep one eye open because anybody could just walk up and smash me real quick and try to take it. Well, they're gonna have to smash me to take my money. Trust me. But, and that's
you're
why
just gonna give it
that's
away.
why I do want to just get the fuck out of there because I'm not just gonna give my money away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember picking up a car like and I had to drop it off in Baltimore to these African dudes, and this dude barely spoke English, and I show up there. I pull up down this dark fucking alleyway at night, and I'm talking to these dudes that are blue-black. All I can see is their teeth in the middle of this fucking parking lot. And the dude's telling me he's not going to take the car off the trailer. I said, well, you pay me. Oh, no, take it off first. I said, that vehicle's not coming off my trailer until $600 is in my hand, cash. That's not coming off my trailer. And I can barely see these dudes. And they're like dreadlock wearing fucking, you know what I mean? Like these dudes, you know what I mean? Are like, whatever, about that life or whatever. And I'm like that, like, and like, this was probably like the first month that I was in this. And I had already been like fucking just hemorrhaging money, cash flow. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I needed that money. Yeah. You were going to fucking have to kill me before that car was coming. Like, kill me right now before that car is coming off that trailer. Like that, I was literally like a dog, like a fucking life or death. Like I wasn't in a life or death situation, but if I had to have been, if you had a gun in my face, fucking shoot me because I have no money at this point anyways. Fucking shoot me, whatever. Do what you got to do. But I'm dead before that fucking thing comes off my trailer. I'm telling you that right now. So how far do you want to take it? Like, basically.
They pay you?
Yeah, they fucking paid me. Yeah, I told him. I said, that fucking car's not. And one of them tried coming over and like getting all close to me, like, yeah, man, take the fucking car off the trailer. I'm like, no, the fucking car's not coming off my fucking trailer. Like, you think this is a fucking joke? Like, no, it's not coming off my fucking trailer until I get $600 in my hand. Oh, I'll have to send my buddy to the store. I go, okay, I'm going to get in my truck. I'm going to drive across the street. I'm going to wait a half hour. If he's not back here in a half hour, I'm taking that fucking car back to Maine, and I'm gonna fucking take it apart, and I'm selling every fucking piece on eBay. I got in my fucking truck, dude, pulled across the street, and fucking waited there. Dude came up like 20 minutes later. All of a sudden, the money appeared, and, oh, here's your money. I said, all right. But when I was taking it off my trailer, I was like, fuck, you motherfuckers might just try to rob me, get the money back once it's off my trailer.
I wonder how often they get away with shit like that.
And it wasn't even like they were like outwardly trying to like, oh, we're going to rob you. It was just they were trying to play the game like, oh, if we just tell him, if we get up a little close to him, he'll take the car off the trailer. Then we can just tell him, oh, hey, we'll cash app you later or we'll send you a check. You know what I mean? Or whatever type of bullshit. Or, oh, so-and-so's not here. He'll send you the money. Or how, you know what I mean? And I was like, nah, dude, fuck that. No, life or death situation. Like, you fucking kill me if you want. That fucking thing's not coming off my trailer.
Do you accept money Cash App?
Cash App. We do credit cards. We do Cash App, checks. Most of the money I get is in checks, but I only take certified bank checks or company checks.
Yeah.
I don't do personal checks.
That's the way to go.
And
you never know what the fuck.
Yeah. I've had dude, my dispatcher dispatches what? 8 other people, and I mean it's like every month there's somebody giving a bad money order or a check for. Listen, dude, it's really hard to track a lot of these people because if anybody could just call your company from a burner phone and be like, hey, I want you to move this car for me, and when you get there, this guy's gonna give you a check. So you're like, all right, it's paying good, I'll go pick it up, and the guy's gonna give me a check. Well, there's been, like the last one just like a month or two ago. Guy called my dispatcher this was for his Philly guys, and said, his Chicago guys said, hey, we want a car from Chicago down to New Orleans, $1,200. The guy's gonna meet you, blah blah blah. Here's his number, call him. So he books the car, has his guy up in Chicago pick it up, with another load of shit. He gets down to New Orleans. Calls the guy. Yeah, the guy says, oh, hey, yeah, no problem. All nice to him. Yeah, meet me at this church parking lot, such and such place. He gets there, yeah, hands him a money order. Oh, thank you, yeah. I threw an extra $20 in on a tip for you in that money order. See you later. Takes off. He takes off, goes to cash a money order. It's a fucking bad money order, dude. It's a fake money order.
Wow.
Yeah, the guys don't answer their phone. They're burner phones. I mean, you gotta spend $20 on a burner phone to get a car moved for $1,200 for free. Yeah,
that fucking sucks.
Shit happens all the time, and that's what a lot of these guys with these Coparts will do. Yeah. They'll call you, be like, yeah, I need this car moved, move it. Then they'll get there. Oh, fucking Hector's not here, or I can't speak English. When he'll send you your money. Yeah, cash app. Like, nah, money, not coming off my trailer. Money in my hand. I'll wait in the truck for 30 minutes. Money better appear out of somewheres.
Have you had to take one back and part it out?
No. It's just a threat. I mean, like,
it works.
It'd be more.
It works.
The possession's 9/10 of the wall.
You're damn right.
And it's just like a tow company. If they tow your car and you don't fucking pay, they'll petition the title to the state after 60 days.
Yeah. Do
the same thing. I wouldn't want to have to do that. Just pay me. What the fuck, man? I want to put another car in there and make more money. I don't want to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah.
But if I have to, I will, just to prove a point. You know what I mean? Like, there's been times when my dispatcher's like, why? Just turn around and go drop the fucking car off. Like, seriously, like, they're going to pay you, because I had to wait fucking a half hour. I waited like 45 minutes. I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. Taking this car back with me, and I'm fucking parting it out. Peace out, and I've left. Started driving, and my dispatcher called me. He just called me. He's, come on, dude, just listen, why? Just fucking turn around, dude. Just drop it off. He's going to pay you. All right, but I mean, for the most part though, it's a cool job. I love it.
Yeah,
I love doing it, and over this last year, I've learned a lot. So I've starting trying to get more familiar with the game and how it works and how shit works, get more familiar with my route and all that stuff. So.
But because you're working for dealerships, it's like a consistent route. You know what the fuck you're doing. You know where you're going. You don't need GPS so much all the time.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And, I mean, consistent areas more than... I picked up for multiple dealerships a lot, you know what I mean? But a lot of the cars that I do are Cars Arrive or ACV auctions or... so these guys are basically they're host websites that will post cars onto their website, and dealers who have dealers licenses only can bid on these cars, and they take responsibility for, like, you know, if there's anything listed. They actually send a rep out to the dealership. He takes a picture of the vehicle. He takes pictures of the vehicle, does all kinds of, you know, runs the OBD, like does all kind of diagnostics on it. Any paint chip, any rust, he notes. And they take responsibility for that, and they're the host, and basically they move the car for the dealers, so the dealers don't have to worry about it. Because back in the day, when you went to a dealership with a trade-in, if they couldn't sell it off their lot, they had to get a truck to come pick that car up. They had to bring it to like an Odessa or Mannheim or one of these big auction places that could have been 5,000, couple thousand miles away, just so they could park it there, have people go there, bid on the car on auction day, and then have to haul it out of there back to the other place. So they just came up with a very efficient way of doing it.
Seems like a waste of money.
It was a huge waste of money. Yeah. So now it was just like, hey, this is more efficient, it's cheaper. And now the car just basically, if someone trades it in and needs to go to another dealership, dealer to dealer. Yeah. And if that guy can't sell it after 30 days, let's leave his lot. Doesn't have to go to a third party to here. It just goes, he puts it back up on one of the dealers' shot, goes to another dealer. Yeah. And it's just, and that's why there's been such a need for the quote unquote hot shot auto transporter, because so these guys that are doing these cars, they're not doing 5 of them at a time. They're doing one here, one there, or they might have 5 ACV cars on their lot, but one's going to Tennessee, one's going to Georgia, one's going to California. You know what I mean? That's why there's a good niche for the car hauler hot shot, because we have a smaller setup where we can do the one-offs. A guy with a 9-car hauler, could you imagine how, you know, it would take him a week just to load 9 cars from nine different places. Yeah. And then he'd have to drive, and if it wasn't, like, say, the state of Maine to the state of Florida, and then if he has drops along the way, then that takes more time. And if it's going straight to Florida, he has 9 different drops when he gets there. That would take you 3 weeks to do. Like, literally, it would. It would take you at least 2 weeks to do it. You know what I mean? So it's
crazy.
More just efficient for us.
3 more cars in it.
Yeah. So it's more efficient for us to just pile on like 3 to 5 at a time. Yeah. Doesn't make the sense to do 2 of them, but, you know, if you wanted to have, you know, a 3-car or a 4-car or a 5-car, makes more sense for you to go pick up 4 different cars and drop off at 4 different places. You know, you can do it with a smaller setup. You know what I mean? And you can make just as much money as we're pulling freight out of the same places that the 9 cars are, and the 9 cars are getting less per car than we are, because they can take 9 of them at a time. We can only take 3, 4, you know. So, yeah. How long?
It's fucking intricate, man.
How long are we gonna keep this going for?
What?
Do you have a time limit?
No.
Okay, yeah. Just give me the little.
I base it on my contacts.
Yeah.
As soon as they start to get dry, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up soon.
Yeah.
I'm good right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fucking badass.
That's cool.
It looks like, sounds like a lot of fun.
It's fun to do.
You by yourself though. Does it take a toll on you at all?
No,
not at all.
You drive a truck too, so you're already by yourself. It's not like
sometimes I got another person with me, but most of the time I'm by myself.
Yeah. So when I left Hannaford Distribution Center, I was working with 47, 48, 45 on any given day, different other guys that I worked. Not all of them did I talk to. Not all of them did I even get along with. But at least 7 of them were cool to good friends with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that, being in a truck, I miss the discourse.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. Because I did a lot of mind changing working at that warehouse. That warehouse did a lot for me mentally. And the individuals that I worked with were the absolute hardest working motherfuckers that I have ever met on this fucking planet. I mean, that place is full of a bunch of hard working, back breaking labor, ass busting.
It's a lot of work.
Motherfuckers.
You're talking
dude.
like picking and wrapping up pallets.
I'm talking about selecting in a fucking freezer that's 16 degrees below zero at 180%, running through those aisles, picking up cases at like, 1,000 cases an hour. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. I'm talking like.
See, that wouldn't be so bad in the cold. I would like it.
In the cold, well, it depends on where you're at. You could be in the freezer. You could be in dairy, which is like refrigerator temperature, 30 degrees. Or you could be in the warehouse, which is dry, which could be whatever temperature it is out, minus or plus, you know what I mean? A few degrees.
I'm a sweater.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything to just start fucking sweating. So I just, working in the cold is nice.
You were the dude that would be working in the cold, running your ass off, sweating.
Until I'm wet, and then the cold is fucking miserable.
Do you run so much in there? Dude, I would walk out of that motherfucker with icicles that were 3 inches long from breathing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You ice all on my back because I would sweat out on my back. I lost 23 pounds working there, and I worked in the freezer for 4 months, I want to say, when I first got there, because you had to like try out each department. Yeah. I ended up staying in grocery because it was first shift, and I would have stayed in the freezer. I love the freezer. It was so much. The boxes were so much lighter there, and you got a little bit. They gave you a little bit more percentage to pick there, because of the conditions. So I used to love selecting there. But I mean, I was there for a 4.5 month stint, and I lost 23 pounds.
Damn.
Because you have to burn so much energy to stay warm. Plus, I was running. But I loved it though, because I could fucking literally put up on an 8-hour day. I could be out of there in 4 hours.
Still get paid for the same amount of money.
And still get paid.
Yeah, that's perfect.
But you have to pick, to cut that by 50%, you have to pick twice of the 100. What they average would be the 100%. Which is already running. You have to run twice that amount. You know what I mean? So it's fucking hard, man. Dude, that place showed me what you can accomplish. You know what I mean? How hard I could be pushed. How much I really could do if I wanted to. Yeah. With somebody else telling me that I had to do it. I was like, damn, imagine if I could just put this much hard work and ethic into my own life, my own future, my own bank account, my own business. Imagine what I could accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, I'm so glad I worked there. So glad that I worked in that place.
You need a hard working job to figure out life. Yeah. I wish a lot more people would understand that you could get a lot further once you realize that you are made of much more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I fucking want to do my own tree company.
Do you?
Like, I fucking been doing tree work for a long time. Just recently did I start delivering beer.
Okay.
But it's definitely a goal.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, I hate fucking killing trees, but
yeah. You like cutting down trees. You're not afraid of heights.
I am afraid of heights.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, but I'll still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you the one are you on the bucket loader or truck I'm at, or are you like climbing the trees, chopping down branches?
I'll do either one.
Either one?
I'm not gonna straight up lie and say that I'll just climb up a fucking 90-foot pine tree. My knees would be knocking like a son of a bitch, but I'll get it done for the money because it's amazing money. You can legitimately charge what you want within reason. You know what I mean? It's a pretty dangerous fucking job.
You know what I noticed is anything can work. Everybody has competition.
Yeah. Always.
And anything can work. It's just about how you brand yourself, dude. Yeah. How you do it individually that makes shit work. Because any good idea could have failed if it didn't have the right, the right people behind it to doing the right things. Yeah. I mean, it's just really honestly comes down to how you brand your business, who you are, how hard you work at it. It's really what it comes down to.
You really actually want it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can do anything, and anything that anybody else is doing, you could do too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're working with customers, I think the biggest thing is getting paid for your work. A lot of, I remember like my dispatcher and me will always have conversations, and I think I might have even kind of like opened his eyes on it too, because he's just like, one thing I hate about this game is you move a car for somebody, you have a contract. That car is supposed to be moved here to here. These are the payment agreements. These are the payment terms. This is when I get paid. Listen, dude, most of the companies out there, it takes a couple of reminders before they'll even, it takes at least 2 reminders before they'll even acknowledge that they owe you money. A lot of chasing money. And then, so I mean, I there's a lot of open invoices that I have. I always, knock on wood, I think I've been paid every single time, even if I've had to wait 2 or 3 months to get paid, I've been paid. But I was at I go to Bullducks to get my eye care done. I've been going there since I was a kid. And I walked in there once, and this lady had a stack of papers literally this high, 12 inches. And I'm like, oh, yeah, what's going on? What are you doing? She's like, nothing, just sending out invoices. I was like, imagine. Shit. And these were back. These weren't like, she said most of them were like second or third, like bills that she sent to people. And I was just like, wow. That opened my eyes. I'm like, here I am, like complaining about, basically having money in the bank because this person's not paying me. I mean, but look at all those. Everybody has to, you know what I mean? Like, Look at all the oil companies. How many times, how do you think about how much they have to chase people for money?
Probably a shit ton.
Dude, they probably spend a lot of resources on collecting money that's owed to them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's part of running a business. You've gotta, if you're not getting paid, why else are you doing it?
Yeah.
That's what you need to get paid for your labor. That's why that keeps your doors open. So that's the most important thing, is for you to get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why, thank God I have my wife, because she's very good at following the money and handling that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm good at it too, but I don't have to do it because she's better at me than it. So
once I get popped into my own little business, Chandra's probably going to be the one that take care of that whole situation.
Yeah,
they're just better at it.
Well, she has to be.
Yeah.
You guys have to start a family business.
Yeah.
That's how businesses succeed.
Yeah.
You can't do it all.
No.
You can't. No. And don't even try to do it all.
No.
That's the biggest mistake a lot of people do.
Oh, a lot of guys.
I'm the jack of all trades. I'm good at bookkeeping. I'm good at dealing with customers. I'm good at building my website. And then they end up quitting because they realize how much fucking work they created for themselves. And they're like, I can't even basically do the job that is what I need to do and have enough time to... I couldn't do it all.
Can't go around looking for work.
No.
Advertise.
No. Dude, you can't. I don't get a day off. And you got to also know that you're never going to get a day off once you start that tree company. Because even if you're not out cutting trees, you're still doing your books, or you're doing invoicing, or you're working on your equipment.
Yeah.
That takes up all of my spare time, is working on my equipment.
Everything breaks all the time.
A lot of stuff, but if you keep an eye on your equipment, which is your bread and butter, you got to treat your equipment like you treat your body. You know what I mean? Like, that keeps you alive. That keeps your business alive.
Maybe I need to rethink how I eat my body. My friend next door had a friend come over, and that person brought over a bunch of little mini cheesecakes. Dude, there was like 40 mini cheesecakes. Yeah. I ate them in a day and a half.
All of them?
Damn. All of them.
How big? How big were they?
They were just little, maybe that.
Like a shot glass or bigger?
Yeah, about a shot glass size. Not that deep. Dude, I couldn't stop. I just couldn't. They were the best cheesecakes I ever put in my mouth.
Dude,
and I was like, I gotta do it. I knew it.
You're just like, you know what's sad is when we tell ourselves, once it's finished with, then I won't do. You know, I just want to finish this, and then I'll go. I'll cut down on the sugar after that. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
So hopefully, I take care of my business better than I take care of my body.
Listen, your business is like a kid.
Yeah.
You have to treat your business like a child. It goes through different stages. It goes through an infancy stage. Yeah. Where it needs you to do everything for it. It can't do nothing for itself. You know what I mean? And then as your business matures, not even grows, just matures, you know, you start to figure if you're good, you know, you figure things out. Yeah. If you're patient and you're persistent, you start to figure stuff out. You're like, okay. And dude, I'll tell you what, man, you gotta like literally hit your face on the ground to get back up and bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
To get back up and you gotta literally fucking have some of your teeth kicked out of your mouth.
That's the way everything works.
Yes.
Life, so, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get, but you don't know what better is unless you've been in worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta to build up that resiliency, you have to go through it.
Yeah.
Like you got to go through the pain of lifting weights to grow muscle.
Yeah.
You have to go through the pain of detoxifying yourself from those cheesecakes to lose weight. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just happen. Like, you got to go through the adversity and the pain in order to grow into something bigger and better.
Yeah.
You have to. Period. You know what I mean? So, you know, the first couple months, man, I actually got hit. Well, the first trailer I bought was kind of a lemon. It really wasn't. It was advertised as being commercial grade, but it really wasn't. So I spent a lot of time down getting that thing fixed, putting money into it until I bought my second trailer, which is a fucking, knock on wood, phenomenal trailer. I love it. Yeah, I spent a lot of time, you know, damn, I didn't make money this week. Oh, damn, I can't make money next week. And it's in this game, when you're in the transportation business, it's not necessarily about how much money you have to pay to fix something. It's how much money you're losing with your wheels not rolling.
Yeah.
Is what really hurts you. So, yeah, you know, I did that. I last November, I got hit by a drunk driver in Staunton, Virginia at like 10:30 at night in the middle of the country. And,
damn.
Dude, I don't know if I still have the picture of it, but this 19-year-old kid was wasted drunk with his 18-year-old girlfriend in the car and came flying past me at like freaking 70 miles an hour. I was pulling away from a red light. The red light was stopped. Like, I was stopped at the red light, and I just slowly started pulling off from it. And all of a sudden, wham! I get hit from the side. So this kid was just flying.
On your side or the passenger?
On the driver's side.
Yeah, damn.
So he just came up on me so quick. He must have been like behind me in my lane, and then he just like came around me real quick. And then when he went to come around me, he kind of like swerved and hit the front of my truck. He hit the front of my truck, rolled 3 times, boom, 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 damn. Landed on the roof. I was like, oh my God, no. I freaking jammed my truck, like barely even put it, like just, I was rolling, dude. Jammed my truck in the park. I get out, I freaking run up to him. I'm like, these fools are dead.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Dead. Like,
holy fuck.
And I'm like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I hear somebody from the driver's side. I see somebody on the passenger side, and the whole back. It was like an extended cab Tacoma, like a '98 Tacoma. The whole back window was blown out, and the cab was crushed. I was like, who's out back? Because I'm thinking whoever's back there is dead. Who's out back? And No one. I'm like, don't fucking lie to me. You sure there's nobody back there? No. So I like run back to my truck, grab a fucking I used to keep like my pump jack bar like under my seat, so I could come back and blow the window out. When I came back, the kid was out standing up, and his girl was standing up next to him, and I'm like, there's no one else in that car? They're like, no. I'm like, don't fucking lie to me. No. And the kid was just, they weren't like, she wasn't injured at all. Wow. His hand was like broken and kind of bleeding, and he was kind of babying it. It wasn't like mangled or twisted, but like it just looked like he might have had like a broken wrist or something. Yeah. And I could not believe, dude, by the grace of God, by a miracle, these two kids were standing in front of me on their own 2 feet, alive. I couldn't believe it.
Were they in shock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hard.
And they were drunk, so that's why they didn't. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was dude. It was scary, dude. That like I could not believe that had happened. I thought those people for sure that they were dead, and I prayed and thanked God that they were alive. I thought it was a miracle that they survived that. But yeah,
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was terrible, man. It was terrible. It cost a lot. It put me out of work for a week. Like it put me down. This was my first trip to Florida. With my 4-car trailer, it put me down in Staunton, Virginia, for a week. So, my wife and I was taking a load from Maine to Florida. My in-laws live in Florida. It was the week prior to the weekend, which was my wife's birthday. Yeah. So I was going to take a load down to Florida. My wife and my daughter flew down to Florida. Were going to meet me. I was going to reset, spend like 4 days with my wife and my daughter and my in-laws at their house, load back up and come home. Well, on the way down, literally Staunton, Virginia was like 12 hours to Maine, 12 hours to Florida, literally right in the middle. I got freaking hit. I stayed there for like 2 days, and I said, fuck this. This was like a Wednesday. I stayed there Thursday, Friday. My wife's birthday was on Sunday, and I was like, fuck this. I'm driving down to Florida because I don't want to miss my wife's birthday. So I left. My truck sat getting fixed for, till the next Wednesday for a week. And I was losing money. I had to cancel all the cars. I had to refund money back to people, blah, blah, blah. It was a mess. But yeah, it was scary, dude. But I had to go through stuff like that. You know what I mean? To like.
Did you have to pay for those damages, or the insurance?
No. Yeah, his insurance. He was 100% liable for it because he was drunk. He got arrested. Like, it was sad. I felt bad for him because he was like, "Help me flip the truck." I'm like, dog. Like, you just have to accept that you're fucked.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Like the truck ain't going nowhere. If you want to like go have someone come and get in a car and go, as long as you go to the hospital, have fun. But that truck ain't going nowhere, dude. You're fucked. And he like hopped out back. He started pulling out a whole cooler, all these beers, fucking toss them in the woods. And I'm just like, the cops got that. I didn't have to say nothing to him. They knew he was drunk. They seen all the broken beer glass bottles and stuff, dude. Like, it was a mess. I felt bad for him. But
he had to learn a valuable life lesson that
day. He had to, dude. Yeah, and he's lucky he survived. And his parents showed up. His girlfriend's mom showed up, dude, and those motherfuckers were not happy, dude. They were not pissed. Especially her parents, dude. They were like, man, if I would have came here to a dead daughter, your ass would have been shot right here. Yeah. Like, yeah, they were pissed. So, yeah, he learned for that one, I'm sure. I'm sure he's still trying to get his way out of that one because this was about a little over a year ago. So, and he was, because the insurance company kept telling me, like, yo, look, like, we know it was a drunk driver. We got the police report, but he's still in jail. He was in jail for like 2 weeks before he even got out. So I'm sure his parents were like, fuck you, we're not bailing you out.
Yeah, I would.
Girlfriend's parents,
yeah. I'd let my kids sit there and learn something.
He sat there for like a week and a half before he got out, and the insurance company got a statement from him. Yeah. But yeah, I thanked God that he was alive, though. I thought that was a miracle. That probably would have scared me right out of the game, dude. If I would have seen, a 19-year-old and his girlfriend, nah. I don't think I could have. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have because I was already all in. I had no choice. Yeah. So I would still be here, but
it'd fuck you up.
Thank God I didn't have to. Yeah, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's the growing pains, dude. You gotta know, you know what I mean, that some hurt's gonna come, but yeah, man, you could absolutely, I guarantee, dude, if you wanted to put the energy into it, you could do it and be successful at it.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And don't let people see. Look, man, I think that people scared me with the taxes. People tried to scare me with the insurance, and just the whole kind of risk of it. And it's very risky.
Everything worth it is risky.
Yeah, but
I guess.
But so isn't being an employee working at Hannaford. I mean, like, so if I worked at Hannaford for a union and I got cancer, it would buy me another couple months before the union could finally not have enough power to keep me there and me get rid of me. Like, all that a secure job ever really did was buy me more time, but that was only until I got to a point where I was financially more secure than even, once I got to the point where I was even more financially secure being out of having my own business, then it really didn't matter. You know what I mean? It was just, everything's risky. Every job's risky. Climbing fucking 90-foot trees or a 10-foot tree is risky. Driving a 1-ton dually with, 32,000 pounds on my back is risky. You know what I mean? But
driving a Toyota Corolla down the street to get fucking milk is risky.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
That's why you got to be alert, pay attention, and watch out for what you're doing, and watch out for your surroundings at all times. You always got to riding a motorcycle, fucking driving a car, crossing the street.
Riding motorcycles crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen some crazy fucking shit online. People crash. Dude, it's fucking rough.
Yeah.
That's one of the only thing that kind of steers me away.
Yeah.
Because it's not always a motorcyclist's fault.
No.
People are fucking stupid. Yeah. You drive all the time.
Yeah.
Drive.
And a lot of motorcyclists are fucking idiots, too.
A lot, they are fucking
and those
idiots.
ones piss me off more than anything.
Bobbing and weaving through fucking highway
with a passenger
traffic.
On the back, like, fuck you.
Yeah. Wheelies
like, dude,
and
you're
shit.
a fucking asshole. Like, you want to drive like an asshole by yourself? Like, all right, you're gonna damage my bumper. You know what I mean, at the most. But don't fucking drive like an idiot with somebody on the back. Like, that pisses me off.
It's wild.
Yeah. But it's so awesome, dude, riding a bike. Even having a sports bike was fun, but very uncomfortable. Having a cruiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I want a bike.
That's the only thing better than
fucking Indian Dark Horse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
big fucking
Road
King looking motherfucker.
I've had a couple friends that have fucking crotch rockets. They got fucking CBR 1000s and shit like that, Gixxers. Yeah. It's not comfortable, man, at all. Nothing about. I mean, it's cool. You can go 180 miles an hour, but it's not.
It's a good 20-minute rush.
Yeah.
Anything more than an hour, you're like. You get on a nice cruiser, a Harley.
Sit back.
Or even like a fucking Kawasaki or a Suzuki. Just a cruiser, dude.
Honda,
with some bags and
whatever.
Oh, it's like being in a lazy boy, bro.
Yeah.
Just with the open road. I love it, man. I wish I could afford a bike right now, but I can't. So, but I'm kind of glad I don't, because I honestly wouldn't have time to drive it anymore.
Yeah.
Spend so much time. Like I said, I don't get a day off. When I'm home, it's trying to get some rest and working on, like, this week I have to dude, washing my truck and trailer takes a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. You pressure wash it?
Yeah. Gotta wash my truck and my trailer. I gotta finish painting the other half of my backup trailer because I'm putting that up for sale because I don't need it. So I gotta paint the other half of that. I gotta mount my tires. I gotta clean up my fucking hubs. I got 3 more brakes that have to be done on my new trailer because I did the other 3 a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Hi, babe.
Hi.
Hi.
What are we at right now? Just take a look.
2 hours.
2 hours? Yeah. Yeah. Let's cut it. So you want to throw a plug out because people are gonna listen. Yeah. I mean, you seem like you got a lot of business going on right now, but you can't say no to more business.
Absolutely not. There's never enough business. Yeah, if anybody listening needs any cars moved, give Jessica a call. 207-590-5570. Gipson Transportation, Auto Transport and Logistics. We'll be able to get your car moved for you, whether it's online sale, from anywhere in the United States, or a relocation, or you're just for any reason, for a relative, for someone who might be aging and not be able to drive a long distance. Give us a call. Either your vehicle will go on my truck, or it will go on another truck of someone who I work with that is trustworthy, that has insurance, that has a good FMCSA rating, that's going to be guaranteed to be fully covered and insured for if any accidents or any damage were to happen.
You got Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah, Gipson Transport. Well, you can go on gipsotransportation.com. That's our website. Read a little bit about us. You can also give us your information. We can send you a quote. We have a Facebook, Gipson Transportation, on Facebook. Yeah. Give us a call if you guys need anything moved. We take pride in what we do. Every car that goes on my trailer, I treat like my own. Why? Because it's insured under my name.
That's what matters.
Anything goes on my trailer, it's 100% my responsibility, and it's under my insurance, not yours. So if a transporter says to you when you try to book a car for them, like, oh yeah, hey, make sure that it's insured and blah blah blah, no, that means that they're underinsured, and you should run and not trust them to put your vehicle on their trailer if they're making you cover. Legally by the FMCSA and by the federal law, they have to be insured at least to the amount of whatever's on their trailer.
People shouldn't even mess with it and just call Gipson anyway.
Yeah, call Gipson.
That's the way it is.
Yeah, call Gipson.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're rated highly. We're family company, and yeah, we'll get your car moved for you.
Fucking right. Listen, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was a fucking good time. We should do it again. Yeah.
I'll be back.
My man.
Whenever, dude. Yeah.
Nice. Later, everybody.
Yeah.